We begin with breaking news right here on the 4 out of Del Mar, where fire crews are on the scene of a brush fire. I'm Heather Myers.
And I'm Anna Laurel in for Carlo Chiquetto. This fire first erupted around 10:30 this morning. Crews put it out, then it blew up again around 2:30 this afternoon. Now it's happening near the Del Mar Heights School and Torrey Pines Extension. It's west of the 5. CBS 8's Richard Allen is live in Del Mar for us. Richard, what can you tell us?
Well, and Laura, I can tell you that an army of firefighters are attacking this brush fire from the air and on the ground. As I step out of the way, you can see behind me, you can see that black smoke that is flaring up right now, a huge plume of smoke that is covering this neighborhood. Now, that is very bad news that we're seeing out there in the distance. The good news is, though, is the white wispy smoke that we're seeing all around it. Now, you can see that white smoke in the background, showing that these airdrops of fire retardant and attacks on the ground, which are being aggressively carried out, are working. Now, this fire, though, is threatening homes in this area, as well as the nearby elementary school, Del Mar Heights Elementary, which is right next to us, which they're actually using as a staging area for some of their firefighting equipment. Now, right now, we have at least 6 brush rigs, 4 engines, and a number of aircraft right now, which are aggressively and repeatedly dropping flame retardant. You can see one of those helicopters in the air right now dropping flame retardant, trying to stop the spread of the fire. We also have dozens of firefighters on the ground. Now, as you mentioned, Anna Laurel, the origins of this fire go back to this morning. The blaze actually started in a small fire near the tip of Del Mar Scenic Parkway. Now, that fire this morning was only about 1 acre, and it was quickly put out. They thought they had it all put out. It was extinguished. But then a couple hours later, it unfortunately reignited shortly after noon and then grew out of control at around 2:30 this afternoon, and that is where we are now. At last check, this fire has consumed about 20 acres. Firefighters, though, are feverishly working to protect the homes in this area, many homes, and also the school, Del Mar Heights Elementary School, which is right next to us. Evacuations are underway. We understand Mira-Montana Drive and Mango Drive, which is where we are right now, are being evacuated. Also, other homes along Del Mar Heights Road. So it is a very active scene out here. Residents are evacuated from their homes, and as you can see, in a very aggressive firefight playing out right behind me here. Anna and Marcella?
Yeah, Richard, it's Heather. I'll take it from here. Did want to ask you about those evacuations. Have you had an opportunity to talk to any of the residents or even just get a glimpse of what they're up against trying to pack cars and get down the road there?
Well, that's right. I mean, they're kind of caught unawares here. A lot of them are just standing out on the sidewalk, literally watching this fire as it plays out behind me. We talked to one young man who was evacuated as well. He seemed pretty calm under the circumstances. I mean, in circumstances like this, if you have a go kit, you take your go kit and go. If you have your most valuable possessions all ready to go, you take them with you. Otherwise, you just take off. A lot of these folks here are just out on the sidewalk, kind of watching the firefighters do whatever they can to make sure that their homes are protected. One other thing I should note is that a lot of officials have come up to us and wanted to get the message out that nobody should be flying drones right now. There are some people who are apparently flying drones. I don't know if they're personal drones or not, but fire officials are letting us know that that is interfering with their equipment in the air. And if anyone is flying a drone at this moment, they need to get it down right now.
Richard, I know you've been spending your time gathering information on the scene for us. Were any roads closed as you were trying to make your way to this point where you are now?
Yeah, well, Mira-Montana Drive is closed off. Other roads along Del Mar Heights are closed off as well. And and fire officials are out on the scene. Cal Parks is out on the scene also, diverting traffic, making sure people are turning around. If you're already here in the neighborhood, you're allowed to stay here. Otherwise, for example, if you're heading home here into Mira-Montana or Mango Drive, you're being asked to turn around, find somewhere else to hang out, hopefully just for the next few hours. We are hoping that they're able to put these flames out in the next hour, couple hours.
Yeah, Richard,
Heather, Anna?
If you can just stay with us here for a moment, talk about the progress that's being made. There was at one point where our newsroom phones were ringing and people were very concerned. Are you noticing that they are getting a handle on this? Does it seem to be flaring up in other areas?
Well, it does seem, they do seem to be getting it under control. What is concerning to me, though, is that we see the white smoke around us, but then if you go out to the distance, you see that very black smoke. So you can see that there is plenty of fuel out there that is being consumed. But every time something like that happens, we see the black smoke coming up, the flames are licking up. In fact, just about 15 minutes before we went on the air, we saw flames actually coming toward us. They had a copter in the air within a matter of seconds, literally, dumping flame retardant on those flames, putting it out, and also on the ground, getting water on the ground onto those flames, protecting these homes out here. So I would say they're making good progress. They are fighting this extremely aggressively, protecting all of these homes in the neighborhood, and as well as Del Mar Heights Elementary School, which is right next to us, and which they're also using as a sort of staging area for some of their firefighting equipment.
Richard, we're going to check in with Carlene here in just a minute, but for you, what is it? You're standing right there at the top of that ridge above the ocean. How windy is it where you are? We're looking at live video coming in from the chopper, and the flames are large there right below you.
That's right. You can see the flames, and I would say there's a light breeze coming. It's not heavy winds right now, which is good. The light breeze, but firefighters are doing what they can, trying to fight this fire. But the breeze itself, it's noticeable, but at the same time, it's not high, heavy winds. But the heat out here, thank goodness this didn't happen over the weekend when we had the very high temperatures over the weekend. I mean, things are cooling down. Things are noticeably cooler than they were Sunday and yesterday. So that's one good thing working in our favor, that the heat is not nearly as bad as it was over the weekend.
Yeah, at least for firefighters saying the conditions are favorable to get this fire under control fast.
Exactly.
What a reminder, though, of just how fast a fire can flare up. Even doesn't matter how close you live to the Pacific Ocean. It only takes a matter of moments. Our brush is that dry out there. Richard, stand by. We're going to check back in with you here in just a couple of minutes. But